Hey, everybody. It's nice to see you. My name is Juliana Theine. I am a spiritual and personal power coach. And I help people recognize old patterns and help them release those patterns and create new patterns. I'm the architect of a program that I'm creating. I guess I'm architecting. I don't know. But it will be called Divine You, and it'll be the secret to self-awareness. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's still in its baby formation stage right now, but I'm really excited to bring it forward and beta test it. So, and this is my friend Mistical.
Yes. Hi. Welcome, beautiful beings. Thank you for coming back. I am a certified spiritual coach, and I am in the process of getting my death doula certificate. So I'm super excited to really integrate that into my practice. And we just want to welcome you guys back. Thank you for coming, and thank you for staying and watching. Today, we're actually doing a reading for our new moon in Aquarius that hits what? So we're kind of already in that energy right now as it is, right?
Yeah, February 1st, new moon moves into Aqua, and it moves in with Juno. Juno's actually moving into Aquarius as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really an interesting energy all around. Plus, we've got Venus went direct on Saturday, and that's in Capricorn, so she should be moving out of Capricorn soon and following everybody into Aquarius.
And so I'm going to go over what kind of energy Aquarius energy is. So that's how I'm going to start out my reading. That way you guys can really understand the Aquarius energy. All right. And Aquarius is modernly ruled in astrology by Uranus. So I will also give you that energy as well. So the symbol of Aquarius is not a water sign, which people often do mistake due to the vessel pouring water. But this is actually an air sign. And it is really all about living by your own philosophy. So really standing in your own truth and really living in what you're preaching. All right. Let's see. So things that can be challenging within the Aquarius energy that we're going to be experiencing is going to be spiritual practices and personal philosophies can be used to bypass authentic emotions. So be honest with yourself and don't try to talk yourself into feelings you think you should have or into a path that is for others. The gift that Aquarius is going to bring us with this energy is going to be the authentic Aquarius gift. It encourages us to let go of previous constructs and listen to the source within, which the rest of my cards do also reflect very much so. I'm really excited to get into the spread that I have today. But so honoring the reality that you are a unique individual, but also having the responsibility of contributing to the health of your community. So really, Aquarius is very humanitarian energy, so we are going to be experiencing a lot of community, which in my experience, community feels very good. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing better than like a community who's willing to support each other. And that's really what Aquarius energy is for me. And then we have Uranus being the ruler of Aquarius. All right. Well, in modern astrology, that is. And Uranus asks us to change. So to really be open and willing to change and let go of the belief systems that are constricting us into a reality that doesn't bring us joy, you know? And if you'd like to talk, Juliana, I'll go ahead and let you do that before I do my spread, because I actually have like another 5, 6 cards. So do you want to touch on any of the Aquarius or
I do actually.
Okay,
like,
perfect.
So I feel like what you're touching on is like the light side of Aquarius, where that community is healthy and happy. Currently in Canada, we're experiencing that whole Mars and Capricorn energy with a truckers convoy, and people that my community especially, I'm looking at my feed and it's divided right down the center, and I'm like, what in the actual heck is happening? And really, it's the dark aspects of Aquarius, where it's like we're divided and we're like, this is my community and it's only my community, and anything that's not in my community is not acceptable and you must die. Like, okay, well, that's a little dramatic, but I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. It just feels like the shadow side of Aquarius right now. And I think that's kind of what like we're deciding right now before Pluto actually makes its final descent into Aquarius in the next couple of years, is like we're in a critical place where we're deciding whether we want to move forward with the shadow aspects of Aquarius or the light aspects of Aquarius. And I'm just sitting back and observing all of the stuff that's happening, and I'm just like, people are so fascinating and so complex. Like, the people I thought that I had figured out, I was like, who are you? Why did you just like paradigm shift? Oh, excuse me, there's like nakedness on here. I'll cover my finger with it. But why did you just paradigm shift on me? Like, what? My world feels topsy-turvy. Anyway, do you want to continue with yours, or do you want me to do some of my cards? I've got a bunch of cards.
She's like, I got a bunch of cards.
I got a bunch of cards.
So, yeah, go ahead. I'd like to see what your cards came out with. Mine are quite interesting. And really, I'm being like pushed to talk about our lower chakras and the integration of that. So I'm interested to see how your cards look to that, because mine are very reflective of what I'm being pushed to speak about. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, mine are not necessarily lower chakras. I have a lot of heart chakra here, and top half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have right now, I guess whatever's happening in the world right now, I have the Guardians, and it says, what does this say again? Shielding, defense, and warning. So I feel like this is asking us just to, I mean, I know like right here, you can see the person is projecting like magic out. I feel like this is, because of the rest of the cards that are here that I'll show in a second, I feel like this is like, stay in your center, stay in your heart space, project out love, and don't let anything that's not love or peace or serenity to pull you into that energy. Yes, it is that energy is useful and helpful at some times, but I think right now, especially for me here in Canada, I'm like, what is even happening? This is just like, only focus on like, see the whole picture, but only send out that energy to, the more loving comments, whatever side of the coin it is, but just sort of to, protect your own space from getting caught up in that. And then I have, it's also a number 37, which is an 8. If anybody's into numerology, I don't think we have touched on numerology too much, but and maybe eventually we'll get into it, but I'm getting right now, it's not necessary. And then I have reflective truth, identity, self-love, and acceptance. So again, I feel like this is that mirrored reflection of potentially your light side and your shadow side, and be careful not to get caught up into something that you don't want to do. Like, I feel like this is saying, just be aware of the stories you're telling yourself about who you are.
Yep.
And what you stand for and what you believe in. And you don't have to choose a side of whatever. You can choose, hey, I see this big picture. I see a little bit from over here, a little bit from over here is good, but also there's a lot over here that's bad and a lot over here that's bad that I don't necessarily want. So just focus on whatever that looks like for you. And then, you know, you can reflect it back, and whatever you choose to focus on will be reflected back to you. So there's that. And then I feel like this is moving up to the full moon energy. I don't know what that was, but so liberation, power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. Look at this person, just radiating light, and she's got that they, I don't know. I can't ask her or them what their pronouns are, so we'll just her them. With that moon behind them, that full moon that's coming up, which is Leo, my favorite full moon. Also, I think it's Misty's favorite full moon too, but whatever.
It is. It is my moon sign. So yes, I love when we get into Leo energy.
Yeah, and I mean, and this person is just completely free and open, and just being like, anything that's like below this line, below this light line, she's not even paying attention to. Like, they're just, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting me at this point. You know, and then I've got from a different deck, again, hold your center. And this heart space on this higher version of self or guide is projecting through the heart space. So whatever is going on right now, whatever that looks like for the new moon, wherever you are, however that looks like in your natal birth chart, whatever Aquarius rules there, just create your community intentionally and lovingly.
Yep.
And remember that the people that you have deemed as a good person is probably still a good person with a different belief system. I mean, unless they do something really, really toxic. I'm talking about like not the toxic people. Get rid of them. Like just get rid of the toxic people. My guides are telling me okay, they're saying that no one wakes up thinking that they're a bad person, but that they're just potentially a bad person to you in this moment for a reason. They're perceived that way. I did have this message a little while ago with another friend that I was chatting with, so I'm like being asked to reiterate it again. And then here we go. Let me just make sure this is covered. I don't want to get censored by YouTube or anything. I don't know. So a paradigm shift. So this is going to be, again, this is a choice that we need to make, whether we need to continue moving into the shadow side of the Aquarian energy, or whether we're going to move into, you know, a better type of community. And then heart transmission. Again, with this message of, I think this is like last week too, was all about, you know, staying in that heart space. And again, the message is stay in the heart space no matter what's happening. And You know, it's like, don't ignore the negative things. We're not ignoring anything. We're just recognizing
we're sending them love. Yeah.
Right. But even if it's happening directly in your own world, we're recognizing that it is that, and I don't have to get involved in that. I can just, like, as Misty said, send love into it. Stay in a heart space. Yeah. My cat's chiming in. I don't know if you heard her. She's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, what did you get from that, Misty?
Mostly, I mean, it resonates for me because, like, even though I am going to talk about lower chakra integration, the point of that is currently we are we are fourth density beings. So we are actually tethering between, we're living in a 3D, our lower chakras are living in a 3D realm when we are 4D beings who are also trying to integrate into the fifth dimension. And our purpose in the fifth dimension is that heart center. So emotional body, very, very important to connect with emotional body right now. So these are the words that I've been given.
Hang on, can I just like comment on what you just said? Because I had this really weird moment this week where, do you remember that clip where it was like you either heard Yanny or Laurel?
Yes.
Like a clip. And I was like, okay, when I first listened to it, all I heard was Yanny. But then as it was like repeated, I'm like, oh, I hear Laurel too. And then I was hearing them simultaneously. And then I moved into just the Laurel. And then I heard them simultaneously and moved back. And I'm like, what is happening? The next day, I tried to listen to it again, and I could only hear Laurel. I could not get this. And I'm like, what is happening? And my guides are like, it's different frequencies.
Yes.
It's totally different frequencies. So you're moving into higher and lower vibrations just in your own space, not like, we're not vibing high. We're like, no, we're not doing that because it fluctuates. I found that really fascinating. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in there, being like, what? That's like a real tangible thing that we can use. Oh, I love that card.
So it's about home. And home is where our heart is, you know what I'm saying? And so it is, our way home is through that heart center. The way for us to experience oneness as we should be is through the heart center. All right. It is ourselves beyond the socialized matrix of the mind constricted reality, because right now we're living in a very mind-based reality. All right. So we most of our creating is through mind and not through heart center. Whereas with heart center, we can manifest instantaneously. You know what I'm saying? With our emotional, that's what we're bringing into the fifth dimension, is our emotional bodies and the emotion that we feel when we create our realities. Okay. And this is really about deep heart-based presence. It's the direct portal to home. Whether you call that God, you call that source, you call that Allah, you call that I am, because I am. My God is in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am my God. Yeah. I radiate that love from inside of my heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? What you got there? A little tiny sword?
It's the 10 of Swords. But it came out when you were talking about we're in our headspace, we're manifesting through our thoughts and I feel like this is a reminder to not bring in your past betrayals, right? And if your thoughts didn't manifest what you wanted, try again, keep trying, because we need to release this betrayal that we've given to ourselves, or that we feel like we've given ourselves, and we need to just release that and get into the headspace and the heart space at the same time and bring unity to that.
Yeah, that's very true. So the second card from the Lemuria deck is beyond the mind. So again, they're reiterating that.
That's so weird. I know it's like a person in there, or it's supposed to be a person, but all I saw was a giant bird with a beak. Like the person's face is actually like a beak, and there's like two eyes there with something coming down on its third eye. I know it's a person. I'm like, what is that? That must be a message for somebody. That's the avian race, maybe.
Yeah, that is very true. And so the mind moves us through the logics of life so that we can function in our 3D realm. However, endless mental chatter and self-doubting is limiting those stories, kind of like you were saying. So it really goes back to how we are communicating with ourselves, within ourselves. How are we speaking to ourselves? What are we telling? What's our story that we're telling ourselves? You know what I'm saying?
What programming have we received, or what programming have we given to ourselves?
And it can keep us in suffering. You know what I'm saying? It can keep us in suffering. And so stepping outside of that
limited space.
Yeah, exactly. Stepping outside of the mind-based limitations and looking at things overly logic will hinder you and obstructs access to your fucking superpowers. Pardon my French, but we do use cursey words here.
Cursey words, we love them.
So consider what your heart and your gut are telling you at the same time. Are they vibrating at the same frequency?
Does it fill your cup? Does it bring you joy? Does it overflow you with joy? If not, toss that sucker out.
So also, I'm being guided to pose the question: what would the situation at hand feel like if you released your fears or your worries? Do those things, then are they still of concern?
I like that.
I love it. All right. And so I also have so my Starseed Oracle deck is, and this is where for some reason I keep talking about grounding, because I think that because Gaia, our Mother Earth is going through her own ascension process. So while we are ascending as a race, she is ascending as a planet. You know what I'm saying? And so they're really sending us that Earth activation. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that all the paths lead home. So it doesn't matter how you find yourself within yourself, whether that be through the Bible, tarot cards, whatever it is, as long as you are finding yourself, your love for yourself within, you will shine that love out.
I have a caveat there. So long as it doesn't harm anyone else.
Yes.
Do what you want.
Absolutely agreed.
And then doing something and it is intentionally harming someone, that's not in alignment with what you need to do. So
that's very true. Very true.
Caveat out there.
No, you're perfectly fine. And then I really am being pointed out to, give the light workers, the healers, the people who are doing the work and raising the vibrations. They want you to be acknowledged. They want you to know that you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing, and that even though things around us seem very chaotic, like as if we're, like Juliana has said, we're living in that shadow side of Aquarius, but we just really want to break free out of that energy and into a more heart space for community, loving community. Ooh, is that the 10 of Pentacles?
It is the 10 of Pentacles, but look at this dog. The dog is unconditional love. But
yes,
my guides instantly drew me to this moment right here, where you just feel pure joy when holding a baby. Well, okay, maybe not holding a baby, but for everybody. I keep forgetting that this is a collective read. Yes. So it's in the little moments, right? The little moments that spark that joy within you, that inspire you to, want better for, the next generation, your generation, what life you want to live, right? You want to live in this amazing place. It doesn't have to be I don't want to get into like housing markets that are not livable right now where I am anyway. I'm activated today. Anyway, but you want to create a world where you want to live, that, you want to still fight with everybody. You want there to be like their side, my side, us and them. It's not us and them. Like we need to become full of self, but the purpose of becoming full of self is so that we can fully go from I to we and step into the light side of Aquarius. I don't want to say healthy. They keep telling me healthy. I'm like, I don't want to say healthy because it's not. It's just the light side of it, right?
Yeah, really being attached to our light beings, our light bodies. You know what I'm saying? All of our, we are our earth body, we are our light body, we are an emotional body. This card specifically is Sirius B. All right. And Sirius B.
My guy's like, that's my home, man. I'm from that place. I'm like, okay.
I love that.
He's like this short. She's shorter than I am. I'm 5'2", but he's shorter than I am, and he's like this fuzzy looking, almost like a Yoda, but he's like really hairy, like everywhere. Like it's all just like, it's like a giant teddy talking bear who's okay. He's really intelligent. But yeah, he's like, Sirius B, that's where I'm from. It's me. What? Okay.
Shout out to Sirius B. So Sirius B is really here to, basically right now we're in that sink or swim phase. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds very terrifying or fearful. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that,
yeah, but it's not sink or swim. It's like we're like he's like, we're choosing. It's not sink or swim. It's not like do something or die. It's we're choosing. We're choosing which direction we want to move into for the next 10,000 years.
Right. We can continue to live in the, survival root chakra that's not attached to emotional body. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want me to talk about the lower chakras and really integrating, which Sirius B is also saying integration of those lower chakras, really tapping into those energies and training them, reprogramming your program system to run more aligned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and I don't know why I'm being asked to speak about, our frequency, how we live in a world where they've already dialed back the frequency to make it so that it's easier to keep us in those lower 3D chakras. Those chakras are being activated by the frequencies that we are experiencing in our everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing that the other card that has come out, and I just love this because it's like, look at that light message.
So
look at that fucking light message.
Beautiful. I love
And
that.
Guess what the message is hidden behind?
I don't know.
You are enough.
Shut up. I love that. I love that. Can you hear my cat? My cat is like, meow,
Aww.
but like whispering, like meow, meow, meow. I want to be a part of this too. So crazy. Can you hear her?
Yes.
Okay, stop. Don't interrupt me. No. Well, now I just went totally crazy. I'm talking to my cat. It's fine. Fine. My cat agrees.
So that is all I have. Did you have any other?
I'm just asking the cards here if there's any other messages or advice that needs to come out. Oh. Okay. Why is there so many cards? I did not want so many cards.
So I went ahead and pulled from my dark mirror deck because, you know, you're talking about the shadow of Aquarius energy. And it's really, that shadow is really about being a caged bird. We're caging ourselves when we are self-doubting, when we're limiting our belief systems, when we're very attached to the story. You know what I'm saying? When we start rewriting that, we can then free the bird. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what this next month's energy is going to consist of. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Like there's 6 cards that popped out. I was like, oh, there's a little message here. I feel there's a little message. 1 card came out, 2 cards came out, 4 cards came out. I'm like, I need to take all these cards. Okay, fine. So first we're going to be in this night of Pentacles energy where this feels like we're just going to be assessing the situation, which is part of the message that came through earlier, is just stop and assess the situation. There is all this light that he's looking into. We're just stopping, looking into the light. And I feel like we're going to need to wait for the shift to happen. We just have to keep looking at the light. We got the 9 of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. But this is also a community card. This is like your perfect hostess or host, right? Like this is Huga energy. It's like getting together with your community, with people that you love and care about, and having discussions and having a good time and having laughter. Anything that brings you joy, that fills those cups and overflows them, my cat agrees. And then we're going to move into the 10 of Cups, which is so much more joy. And then these two were side by side. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. There's your free bird looking at all the possibilities. There's endless possibilities. My cat.
Yes, I love that.
Today.
Make joy your mission.
Manifesting anything that brings you joy. Yep. But by taking the time and just looking into the light, or looking into that coin to see what it is that you want to truly manifest, by looking at all of the possibilities. And building your community. What'd you get?
Oh, I just got that bird's cage, the caged bird.
I thought you said you got another card. Sorry.
Oh no, you're all right. You're all right. You were super excited about
So excited. Yeah, I'm all about staying in the light and, or at least being the unbiased observer and just watching the chaos happen around me and pointing my intention at the good things that I like about this side of the coin, the good things I like about this side of the coin, and just not giving any energy or thought to anything else. I'm just witnessing it as like, oh, yeah, okay, it's there's a car going by, cool, mildly inconvenient, but I'm only going to focus and give my energy to the things that bring me joy. Again, that's that same message that comes in from that last message that we did for the full moon, for the Cancer full moon.
And I feel like that really, that finding that joy and being who we are, that's what the world needs. You know what I'm saying? So being true to ourselves is what is going to bring us back to that oneness where we truly feel connected as one. You know what I'm saying? And that's really through that heart.
Divinely used, the art of self-awareness. Oh, shameless plug.
That was epic.
Sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. But I think we've probably been recording for what, like about an hour?
Yeah. Just under an hour. About 40 minutes actually. Anyway, yeah. So we should just call it quits for now, and we'll check back in next time. So again, my name is Juliana Theine. I am a spiritual and personal power coach. I just made my plug for the program that I am in the process of creating. It's not complete yet, so don't come harassing me yet. Not yet. But I will be doing a beta test of it, so we'll see how that goes. And this is my
perfect. Well, and again, I am Mystical Being, and you can contact me at Mystical Magic, pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Mystical Being 19XX, that as well. And we appreciate you guys coming and sticking around, and hopefully we were informational and you can take some stuff from this. So love you.
Totally forgot. Y'all can message me on Instagram, find my page on Facebook, although I'm not over there very often. But yeah, I'm mostly over on Instagram at Juliana_Theine. Anyway, peace out. See you next time. Stop.